Was I already live on here, guys? I feel like this video just went live, and I didn't even know it was live. It was live. This new thing is so strange with YouTube. Let me see if it really actually went live, because it goes live before you even push the button, and it makes you look like an insane person. They let's see if it really went live already, because I did not push any button to go live. It already went live, so I've been sitting here like a twit with it live. I have no idea why it did that. Let's see if it's even did the stuff right. And it's such a strange system. Like I said, I was sitting there for that long. Let's see though if I can update the thumbnail on it. It's because it's weird. It didn't let me do the thumbnail for it. I had it. It's so weird that this new system. It's like I made the thumbnail too large, so I have to make it smaller, and that's why it's not taking the thumbnail. So let me fix the thumbnail. Let's see. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm trying to put the all the stuff up and everything. See, I think I changed the thumbnail now. Like I said, I was sitting there. The first part of this video is going to be me like a fool before I'm even live. I'm still trying to post the link up now too. And I would like to post the link first, so anybody who watched this video, first is just looking at me like an imbecile. It's like just so foolish. Me doing these live things, I always screw it up and stuff. But the main thing we're gonna talk about today, guys. You guys can ask any questions you guys would like. I'm also gonna talk to you guys about the brand new film that I'm going to be doing next month in November. It's going to be November 19th, November 16th through 21st. It's going to be a Bigfoot film called Amityville Bigfoot. And what I'm doing is I'm doing special thanks credits on the film. So basically, guys, I'm doing $20 special thanks credits through PayPal. So if you guys can get your credits, so basically where they're going to go is on IMDb. So the most important thing, though, is if any of you guys get the special thanks credits, just make sure in the note you put your name. If there's like any specific way you want your name credited or anything, and then they'll go on IMDb, and then they're also on the Amityville Bigfoot IMDb, and also the movie's end credits in the special thanks section. So that was the one thing too I was going to talk about a lot on this video. And then also, if you guys didn't see it too, the trailers and everything all went up a week ago for Scream Bloody Murder and all that kind of stuff as well, so you guys can see that for examples of the stuff and everything. But someone said, let's see, I'll start going through the questions now. Let's see. Halloween Kills, Michael Myers trailer, new final, Amityville Shark House looks great. No, thanks so much. I'm really excited for you guys to see Amityville Shark House. I think that you guys are going to really like that one. And it's just so crazy. Some of the stuff that happens in that is nuts. I'm going to try to, go for the same thing with the Bigfoot movie. And the Bigfoot one's going to be fun to do because the first ever movie I was on a film set was Assault of the Sasquatch. So that was the first real time I was ever on a set. So getting to direct a Bigfoot thing is going to be pretty fun. And you guys know with me that I like a lot of comedy and a lot of wacky stuff. So I like horror, and then I always mix in kind of funny stuff. And I'm definitely planning some really weird deaths and stuff like that on here. Let's see. I love the poster for Amityville Bigfoot. No, thanks so much. No, the guys who did the posters, I really love what they did for these ones. Let me see. Did I post this on my other Facebook page? I might not have. Let me just make sure. I put it in here as well. I think I didn't post it here. Let's see, I'll put it right here, just so it's in all the spots. So let's see. Any thoughts on the Hangover series? I liked the first movie, but I actually think they were all fun, but it was one of those things where the first movie was so good that it was kind of hard to live up to it. It was one of those things where they probably didn't need there to be sequels. It was one of those things where the first one was so good that it would have been probably better if they just sort of left it as a one-film series, or one-film thing instead of being a series. But still, I did like the movies. And if they made another one now, which I don't know what they would do, I definitely would watch it. And coming up, though, when it comes to stuff watch-wise, I really am looking forward to that Child's Play series. That looks really cool, and I definitely am looking forward to, what was the other thing? Oh, yeah, Curb Your Enthusiasm starts at the end of the month, so that was one of the other things that I'm looking forward to. let's see. That's one kind of the kind of movie too I really want to do at some point is a 100% improv movie. Like I really like improv. If you ever do that though, you definitely need to shoot it with like 2 or 3 cameras because it's very hard to edit improv though. That's the only thing. If people don't do things the same way. But there's something about improvised stuff that I always really like. Good morning from Australia. Oh my God, I was watching the movie with you a few days ago. I asked in the chat who this guy was. I've seen him in a few movies. What is the name of it? He told me, so I subscribed to you. Oh, thanks so much for subscribing. Which movie was it that you saw? Let's see. Live stream Halloween Kills, October 15th. Sean, first time chat. Thank you for showing all the different movies I've never seen before from Arkansas. Are you playing Bigfoot? No, I'm not playing Bigfoot. I'm playing a part in the movie, but we have an actor who's going to be playing Bigfoot in this one and everything. But no, I wouldn't be able to be in the suit or anything. And also, if I had to direct it and be in the Bigfoot suit, I think that would be like an absolute nightmare and everything. So I don't think that would go very well or anything like that. And also too, if any of you guys, I want to mention too. Like I said, I have the link on here for the PayPal, and that's basically what I'm doing is special thanks credits for Amityville Bigfoot. And with this movie, pretty much everything is going to go, in there. Let's see. I'm sorry, I was just reading one thing. See, leave space and get in the green room. Shoot, I would do. Let me know the step. We're not bringing. Trunk. Yeah, so I was just reading some stuff about the location for the Bigfoot movie. Yeah, that's the one thing is and there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I just ordered the Bigfoot costume yesterday for the movie. So it should be pretty cool. It should be coming in the next few days and stuff. And we're going to do some customizations to it, but there's I didn't want to get one of those cheap ones. Like there's those ones that you can get for like $100. But no, I got one that was way more money because I'm like, the whole movie is based on the Bigfoot. So it's like I want it to be, as cool as I can, get it to be. And I also want the Bigfoot to do some sort of stuff in it that you don't normally see a little bit. I don't know, like just sort of kind of crazy weird stuff with the Bigfoot. Because I'm kind of incapable of making something very, very normal. I don't really like vanilla movies at all. And like I have no interest in making something that's too normal. I don't know this. I feel like when it comes to movies too, if you guys really pay attention to the stuff, so many of the movies kind of come out and kind of come and go nowadays, like the real vanilla type stuff. And I feel like stuff like Greasy Strangler and stuff are the ones that really live on and you remember. Like most recently, that movie Fried Berry, like that was so weird. Like that's the movie I feel like I'm going to remember for a really long time. Let's see what happened to me, buddy. Good morning from Australia. I was watching your movie. Oh yeah, and I was saying, what movie was that? But like I said, guys, the one thing I was talking about here was the special thanks credits for Amityville Bigfoot. And basically, the way that works is I'm doing it over PayPal. And you guys will have special thanks credits at the end credits of the film, as well as on IMDb. And pretty much everything is going to renting the locations and paying for the food. And this one too, we're stepping it up a little bit more with what we're shooting it on and everything. I have a really cool guy called Cameron. He helped me out on Amityville Karen. He was a really, really nice guy, such a nice guy, and he's going to be filming the DP on Amityville Bigfoot. So really look forward to getting to work with him again. Lauren Francesco is going to be in the movie again. We're working on figuring out who the name actor is going to be. I'm trying to find somebody interesting, like really different that I haven't had before, and that I feel like isn't in a lot of stuff. The one person that I really wanted to get, she's was busy during those dates, but I thought it was somebody from Screamers, which I thought would have been really, really cool to kind of bring back into something again, which I always was a fan of this particular person. Let's see. Oh my God, Bigfoot, awesome. No, like I said, I'm really excited to do this one. If I donate $15K for your movie, do I have the rights for the movie? Not on this one. In the future, when I'm not doing a movie for a company, because this one too does have distribution and everything set already, but if I'm not doing a movie for a company, then, it's a little bit different, with what I have like the rights to and everything. Let me just make sure too, the one thing that's bad is I hope there's no one sending any super chats on here. Let me open up, because it's weird when I'm looking at the actual thing, it doesn't show me that if there was. So let me just make sure. Yeah, I'm through the yeah, have this window open as well, just in case anyone sends anything, because I have it through the Streamlabs, and the Streamlabs doesn't show that. It's very strange. Let's see. Can't wait for much love. Cannot wait for Scream Bloody Murder. Scout Compton is awesome. Got to meet her. Super cool. No, I know. I'm hoping too that once Scream Bloody Murder is out, what's going to be amazing too is I'm gonna hopefully we can get some really good stills for the movie, like 8x10s, like screen grabs and stuff like that. And I know they took stills on set. It would be amazing, like when it comes out, I'll put the stills online if I can. If you guys ever want to have her at a convention sign anything for the movie, and I think that'd be kind of cool if you had her sign something for Scream Bloody Murder, like a still or something like that. I don't know. That's just something to me that's kind of a surreal thing that, especially with Scream Bloody Murder, that so many people from that movie are at conventions all the time, that people might come up to them. Like I feel like out of everybody, the one that people are going to probably want something signed for the movie would probably be Sizemore. I think Sizemore would be the main person, is at least what I'm thinking for that one, and then Scout. Let's see. You would be insane. Asylum member for Halloween Kills would be shoo-in for the crazy guy. No, I'd love to be in something like that. Working with Blumhouse would be like a dream. That would be a company that I would love to get to work with. And they do take a chance on people. Like they pick people who have started out in smaller stuff, and then they kind of try them out with their TV stuff. And they did that with Gigi, who directed Bingo Hell. She started out kind of doing the stuff like me, doing indie horror movies and acting in smaller productions, and then going up and up and up, and then kind of went from a smaller film that she was directing and then to one of the Blumhouse TV ones for Hulu, and then moved into doing the other one, the Bingo Hell, which was even bigger with the budget. So that's my hope, and with what should be happening with everything with release-wise for Shark House, I'm thinking that there's a chance that I can just keep kind of going up. I'm hoping. That's like my number one goal, is to pursue this directing. And, and with everything I direct, I always want to act in it too. So I'm always going to, no matter what, do something, acting-wise in it. Let's see. Dude, we met at Comic-Con 2017. Oh, no, that's so cool. Are you going to go to San Diego one this time around? I went Scream Bloody Murder, but it's pretty steep. Yeah, the problem with the Scream Bloody Murder Blu-ray is there's like literally no way for us to make a dime doing them. But we really needed to make the goal on for the finishing funds to get that movie delivered to the streaming service. So, but the problem is to get them produced is very expensive. That's the only issue. That's why they were kind of more money and everything, on them, and because there's not going to be physical discs in America for it, because it's going to be a streaming exclusive for that one. So that was the main thing. Do you have input on the editing for the movies you directed? I do, on pretty much everything. I don't, I didn't have the most control as much as I would have liked on the first thing that I did, but it was still fine. But I didn't have control with some stuff, that I would have probably changed and stuff like that. Let's see. Would you be interested in doing TV series for streaming channel, like you were focusing on movies? No, I would totally be into doing something like that at some point down the line. I'm not like opposed to that, and I know they're starting to do like streaming series and stuff like that. Maybe down the line. I think just right now though, there's so many things that I have planned, because it's going to be the Bigfoot movie, and then I want to do this cult film, and I have a dinosaur movie that I really want to do. The dinosaur one probably be the next time I do an actual full Indiegogo campaign, because that one's going to be a little more complicated, and that's going to involve like CGI and a lot of more complicated stuff. And I think it will probably do pretty well if I did a public campaign for that one. I have like some really good ideas for it, for that one, and to try and make these, because there's so many of these like dinosaur films. Especially now, you kind of watch, if you go to Walmart, you can kind of look at the trends of what movies are coming out and what are kind of popular. Dinosaur ones are big at the moment, so it's like I kind of would like to do something in the dinosaur series. Let's see. Do you have input? Would you be interested in talking about that? Good luck with the Bigfoot movie. There needs to be a truly scary Bigfoot. Now, I'm definitely going to try and make there be some scary stuff in there. Would Bigfoot be a guy in a suit or CGI? It's going to be a guy in a suit. I think we're going to probably do some, what we're going to do, a little bit of digital work like in the face and stuff like that. on the movie, but other than that, though, nothing major with CGI and stuff like that. Like Shark House is a little bit of CGI in that one that we're doing, but for the most part, everything we do is practical. Because like anytime you do too much, I'm just trying to find where this finishing funds link is. Someone asked about the link for that. It's always, let's see, view campaign. Let's see, here's the link for that. Yeah, someone was asking where to see the trailer for Scream Bloody Murder. Let's see, can I post it in here? I don't think I can post it in here. Maybe I can post it through here. Let's see. See, did it post? It looks like it went through now. Yeah, I just posted that link. Let's see. Trying to make sure I don't miss any of these. Okay, the Bigfoot show for Bigfoot. Any physical editions or digital. Scream Bloody Murder, like I said, for that one, we're not allowed to do, there won't be anything like that. Do you get royalties from the movies you directed? The only one that I will is Scream Bloody Murder, as of now. When that sells internationally and stuff like that. That's like the only one where there's like a deal like that for that. We'll see, though. You never know how that kind of stuff goes. Let's see. Any plans on visiting the UK? I'd love to go to the UK. There's a couple people that I know that do projects out there too, that I've shot some things for. So I would definitely love to do something out there. Have you seen Venom 2 yet? No, I haven't seen that one. I love the movie Ghost Shark. No, thanks. That was a fun thing to do back in the day. Good evening from Madison, Indiana. There's going to be one movie in the early 2000s, late 90s, where Jean-Claude Van Damme fights Bigfoot. Tell us about your character in Scream Bloody Murder. Oh, in Scream Bloody Murder, I'm Coach Dexter in the film. So it kind of follows, I think it kind of turned out in that movie that it ended up being like I was like the main person in the movie with Julianne Prescott. And it was kind of like following essentially us as the coaches at this cheer academy, and then somebody is killing off the cheerleaders, at the academy, and it's kind of like the investigation of who it is, and Robert Lasardo is the head cop who's the investigator on what is going on, and he's like trying to figure out what is happening and stuff like that. It's definitely very 90s, but it also has a lot of comedy in there too. I can't wait for you guys to see it. And the thing that's good is that the streaming service that it's going to go on to, it's going to be an original one, but it's, original streaming one, but it's one of those services where you won't have it won't be a pain in the ass to watch it. It's not like you're going to have to pay for something or subscribe to something or anything like that for it. So that's one of the good things. Let's see. How would someone go about hiring you for a director for the movie? You could message me through Facebook and everything, and the main thing is for hiring is just the budget that you have already to work with and everything, and then I do stuff. Extra funding and stuff like that to really help, pay for the locations and because every single thing on a movie, at least the way I do it, everybody is getting paid, crew and everything. So the sound person, the person filming, everything. So everybody gets paid something in the project. So it's very difficult to because I sometimes I see when people do a project and no one at all gets paid anything whatsoever. I'm kind of at the point where I can't do that. I couldn't make a movie and do that. You know what I mean? I've done too much stuff, so I wouldn't do that. And I don't know. So it's kind of sometimes I don't know if everyone always knows when it comes to the budgets and stuff that you look at everything. It's well, this person could be, $100, $200 a day. This person could be $250 a day. This person could, what I mean? So it's or this person could be $1,000 a day. This person could be 3,000. So it's kind of it's all over the place. And I don't know if everyone always thinks that as much with stuff too. Let's see. Hear Back to the Future 4 rumors. I've heard stuff about that. I don't know. There's been stuff for years though. How much do you get for directing low budget movies? Do you get royalties? I don't really get like a lot right now. Like I said, right now I'm really just working because this is what I really like to do. So I'm not really doing this for the money at the moment. Like I said, Scream Bloody Murder is the one where I could probably potentially make a little bit on the sale of that one. We'll see how everything goes with that. But that's the only one where it's something like that. But like for Scream Bloody Murder, Shark House, Karen, every single one of those movies, I didn't pay myself for doing them. I wanted every single dollar to go into the movies because I don't know. I'm just kind of person where I kind of feel like when someone, if someone's donating to the project or something that I'm doing, and I know this isn't the norm thing to do when people crowdfund. They normally like take something to pay themselves and stuff, but to me, at least the way I am, I just really want to put it into the movie. I just really want to, like with Scream Bloody Murder, like it was like, oh, I got this amount of money. Oh, I would love to put, oh, I can get another really cool actor. Oh, I can get, Todd Bridges now too. And it was kind of like that. Oh, I can get Sean Whalen now. So it was kind of like every time I knew we did a little bit more, I was like, well, I can get even more cooler people in the project. So that's kind of what I was doing and everything on that one. And I see a $5 super chat here. Let's see. From Rocky 01542. Answer truthfully. Would you rather spend a night in a haunted house by dynamic spirits or spend a whole week in a house populated by Karens? Like, I've been around, like, Karen people before. That's kind of annoying. But I don't know. Like, demonic spirits, I think probably the Karens. Because at least, when you're done with the Karens in the house, you know that you'll be able to go away and be done with it. And like after that week, but like the demonic spirits, like who knows, they might like follow you around. You know what I mean? Like, so that could be like a weird thing. Will Bigfoot get a DVD or Blu-ray? Yeah, that one should have a limited edition Blu-ray first, and then like a wide release DVD for that one. Let's see, where are your filming locations? So we're filming in Los Angeles for that one. Hey man, wanted to say I used to watch your DVD updates in 2009, but lost track of your channel for a while. I found it again. You had lost all the weight. I was happy for you. I was in tears. Well, thanks so much, Heath. I really appreciate that. Maybe you could get Sistine Stallone, the daughter of Sister Stallone, to be in your Bigfoot movie. I don't think she would do it because it's non-union. You know what I mean? So I don't think she would. Did you like the movie Chud? No, I always liked that movie. Take the hat off. I'll take the hat off for if you want to be a producer on Shark House. I mean on Bigfoot. What's your all-time favorite horror movie? I don't know. Like I don't know. It's always kind of like a tie sometimes between Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead, the original ones. Have you ever thought about directing a crime film or drama? I would, but the problem is it's very hard to fund those type of movies. Like that's the only thing is like it's much easier and more people are interested in funding like horror films than they are like dramas and stuff like that. It's kind of, and the problem is too like, with movies like that, you have to really like, I don't know. Especially for drama, you'd have to like go through a whole like really rigorous casting process too to make sure anyone that was playing like a heavily dramatic role, you know what I mean, like and get the exact right people and stuff like that. And drama is really hard to do. It's like to do like, and if you have to cry and all that kind of stuff. But maybe at some point, Sean, are you watching wrestling knockouts? Knockdown tonight? No, I've never seen that before. I'm so happy you watched Fred Berry, Sean. I just bought the Greasy Strangle on DVD because you recommended it. No, Fred Berry was great. And any of you guys who have just come on to the show now, the one thing that we were doing on here was I was doing, if you guys were interested in helping out the new film that I'm doing, which is called Amityville Bigfoot, what I'm doing right now is special thanks credits on the film. So basically the way it works is you guys can do through PayPal. And I have a link for the PayPal right under this video. And it's going to be $20 special thanks to help out Amityville Bigfoot. And you guys would get credits, at the end of the movie and the special thanks. And you also would be added up on IMDb. But just make sure, though, in the note, you guys add your full name and everything so I can add that to IMDb and the credits and everything. So I have it right in case you wanted to go by a different name or anything like that as well. And like I said, let me know if the link works, if you guys go to try it, anything like that. Let's see. Like I said, I've never done that kind of a PayPal link. I just figured out how to do that. So let me know if that works, too, if any of you guys get the the special thanks. And I'll be doing like I'm going to talk about it too a little bit on Tuesday about the special thanks. But it's all, like I said, going to helping Bigfoot. Mainly, it's pretty much going to go on for the food, and then the location too. I have to rent a porta potty. I found out I have to rent that there. So there's lots of little expenses and stuff like that. Let's see. Where was the thing? Let's see. How much, Sean? Do you like Chud? Have you watched The Last Laugh yet? No, I haven't seen that one. Top 5 Amityville movies? I don't know for top 5 Amityville movies. Probably the original series was the ones that I always really liked, and I also liked Dollhouse is one of the later sequels. Maybe you could direct Friday the 13th, Part 13. Maybe. Who knows? Amityville Bigfoot. No, that's the name of the new film. Will you collaborate with Gary's Movie Emporium? I don't know. Maybe sometime. Is he going to face Bruce the Shark or the Haunted House? I don't know. You have to see. I got Ice Cream Man Blu-ray combo from Vinegar Syndrome. That's a great movie. That's a movie too, which if I could direct like a sequel to something, that's one of those ones I would love to get to do. For some reason, I know they tried to crowdfund Mr. Ice Cream Man back in the day, and it didn't raise enough money, and I don't think it didn't raise very much. I don't think a lot of people knew about it, but I would love to do like a crowdfunding for that and have Clint Howard back and everything. I don't know, that'd be like a dream to do that movie. Getting Clint Howard as a, in these movies as a whole has been a dream because I've tried to get him into all the movies. Hopefully, some point, the two bald guys, me and Clint, can connect together and he can play like my weird father or something. Because that's the number one. Like, once I feel like I get Clint, there's like two people I really want that are in these movies. Clint Howard, and then just for some weird reason, Mason Reese. I really want to get. Like, Mason Reese is another secret dream, if you want to know the truth. Would love that. Hey man, so excited about your projects. You made a shark movie, now a Bigfoot movie. Thanks so much, Blu-ray Lantern. I really appreciate it so much. Too bad you couldn't get Sam Elliott. For some reason today, looking up Amityville Bigfoot crashes my web browser. Did you get Deadly Friend from Scream Factory? No, I haven't gotten that yet. I should be getting a copy of that to review. If not, I'm definitely going to pick that up because I love that movie. Been watching the old Don Murph videos. Love your stuff. Do you still know how to do the Don voice and mannerisms? Well, I'm not so sure, Murph. It's just a real problem here, Murph. I'm going through a real issue right now. Sort of. I can kind of do it. Let's see. What is your favorite Australian movie? Favorite Australian movie? There's a lot of horror movies from Australia. Probably like my favorite weird one is Body Melt. I think, but favorite Australian movie would probably be like The Road Warrior. But then Body Melt's like one of my favorite really weird Australian horror ones. Hey Cooter, can you buy some websites for more 90s contents? Buy some websites? Let's see. Hey, how you doing? Will you direct a feature-length horror film for a big studio if they offer? Do you have ideas aside for something like that? Oh no, I have like a whole list of all these type of movies that I want to do. One of them is going to be this slasher one about like making a film. And maybe there will be a Scream Bloody Murder 2. You never know. Would you ever consider doing stop motion? That would be kind of cool to do something like animated or stop motion. Any plans to direct TV shows? If I ever get a chance, to do something like that. He'll get to your question. Just wait a few minutes. Let's see. What was Mega Media Exchange? Well, Mega Media Exchange was like a DVD, Blu-ray, CD trade-in store, and it was in where was it, in Essex area in Maryland, and it was one of those kind of trade-in stores that like changed its name, I think three different times. It started out, I think, as pre-played, and then it became like something like the Game Exchange, and then it became Mega Media Exchange. And it just, I don't know what was going on. It kept changing hands or something like that. And originally there was, when it was pre-played, there was like a handful of locations. Then all those closed. And then it, like little by little, it kept on going down like that. Let's see. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Do you know if there's a Twin sequel? They've been talking about that forever, though. There should be a Amityville zombie house. Well, that might be a good idea. I don't know. That's. I already ordered Scream Bloody Murder Blu-ray and Shark House special thanks credit. How can I get a special thanks for Karen? For Chris, if you want to do a special thanks for Karen, I can add that. Did you get a Chris one for the Bigfoot one? If not, you can get the one for the Bigfoot one through the PayPal link that I just posted. And that one is $20. And if you want to, I can add one for Karen as well on there too. But you can do it through PayPal for that one. Greasy Strangler went on way too long. Well, that's the kind of thing with those movies is it's all kind of about having like awkward humor. Do you know what I mean? Like they kind of all go for really awkward, weird stuff. Let's see, Greasy. Last time you spoke to Danny Trejo, I saw Danny Trejo years ago at one of the horror conventions. Danny Trejo though is definitely somebody that is possible to get in the future for a movie. So it has to be for the right one and everything, but I definitely don't think that it will go by with me never doing something with Danny Trejo again. I see that definitely. I'm one of those kind of people too that really believes in you can. If you, I don't know that thing when they say if you think of something you can make stuff happen, and I always kind of believe that because every time I've done that, if you kind of like manifest it, you can kind of make it happen. Because I remember before I did Ghostquake, when that was 2011, I remember kind of thinking to myself, and this was right before this, maybe like 2 months before I ended up getting that part. I just basically said, I really want to get into something for TV and something bigger, and then probably 3 weeks later, I was talking to Griff and then did the audition, and it was kind of like I don't know, and then every time things are like that, and then like with Scream Bloody Murder, I had the idea to fill the movie as with as many named celebrities as I could, as humanly possible that I could afford to do with the budget. And the smart thing was it got attention of the studios and people, and it got attention to me as a director and as doing these films. And because of that, bigger things started to brew with Shark House. And there's big people involved in that are looking at that now, and then we'll look at other things. So it's one of those things where it's like everything I truly believe happens for a reason. As much as I had some issues with Scream Bloody Murder. Honestly, I can't discuss it, but I did, and I have a lot of stress and PTSD and lots of things which I don't like to discuss. But I truly think though it had to happen because it paved the way for the way things are going now, and it paved the way for me to really have the drive to prove myself for doing this and for being successful at making these projects, and it lit a fire under my ass. So I'm like, and that's why I'm incredibly thankful for all of you guys though, because you guys being so incredibly supportive. Like when you guys help, doing, a lot of you guys have gotten perks to be associate producers in projects in the past and executive producers and these special thanks credits. All this is the reason why I'm able to do it. I don't have any money to do this. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be dead honest. This is because of you guys, and everything that I raise goes into doing the projects and to try and do it as good as I can. And it takes me out of my comfort zone so much, everything that I'm doing now. I used to live very mundane with doing things the same, very repetitive, very much this sort of always the same old, same old. I got the same old with my videos, doing the same things every week. And it took me a long time to wake my ass up, and I feel like I finally did. And I'm really happy that I'm doing all this stuff. Like I said, it takes me out of my comfort zone though. It's a lot of different stress and a lot of different stuff that I've never dealt with before by myself with some of it. But I'm so thankful for Will Colazo and Julianne Prescott to be working on these movies with me and to do this as a team as well, because I wouldn't be able to do it otherwise. And my family is so helpful with everything too. And I don't want to turn this into like a soapbox thing, but it's truthful because I'm really enjoying getting to do this stuff, and I'm really enjoying getting to do what I always wanted to do and the direction that I always was planning to go this way. And then I just kind of I don't know what happened. Let's see, we'll start going through more stuff here. There's actually a Karen outfit at Spirit Halloween. Oh, that's so funny because like I have to see what it looks like though. Would love you to remake my DVD collection, my favorite something films series to. Oh yeah, like do like an updated video on that. Maybe I can do that at some point. The one thing though about like doing that is like I get so like nervous when I take all these movies off of the shelf. And I don't like that. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't like removing everything from the shelf, and I get so stressed out when I do that. So I feel like if I do it, I might just like take the stuff out and like put, not really like hold them up and just have them on the shelf and put them in and out of the shelf and stuff like that. Let's see. Why is there no U.S. Blu-ray release for Ghostquake Haunted High? Will there ever be one? There's been in other countries. Yeah, that's the one thing too. Keep in mind with Haunted High and Ghostquake, the pain in the ass about that movie is that there's two different versions of the film. So if you guys ever want to get Ghostquake, try to get the original version from MTI, that original DVD of it, because that's the uncensored version, and the original Sci-Fi Channel one. When it played in Germany, they cut it and really screwed the movie up. We didn't shoot alternate versions of the scenes. There was no alternate takes of the gore effects. So what they did was they just cropped in on everything super close. So a lot of people who watch that version are like, why does this movie look like shit? And it's like, no, it did not look like that. It was shot on the red camera, really good at everything. It was just, they cropped into 1080p footage and the definition went down so bad. You know what I mean? So or it might have been 4K at the time. I don't know. But whatever it was, the definition just got lowered so much that it messed it up. So that's the big pain, with that one. So that's the version that I would look for, the original one, because when it came out again in the 5-movie pack or 4-movie pack, it was the German version they've released for some reason in America. I have no idea why though. Let's see. Are you hiring water boys on set? No. Did you know? Hey Sean, did you see Dexter? I saw the trailer for it. It looks interesting though. I really don't wonder what they're going to do with it though. Just looked. I can't see the PayPal link. Let's see. Maybe I did post the link wrong. Let's see. Did I? I guess I think what happened was it didn't change the title for this one. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'm gonna fix this now. Yeah, that's what happened here. I don't have the right link on here. No one told me. Let's see. Let me fix all this stuff now. I'm gonna post the PayPal link here. See, I screwed it all up. Let's see. It didn't copy the correct link. It when I went live, it went live incorrect. Let's see if we can fix all this. So I'm gonna post the links in here now. So I'm gonna fix all this. Help. I had a whole description I wrote in and everything. So it's like, man, it's all screwed up. So I just saved it. So now, guys, you can go and refresh the page and it should fix it. If not, I'll have to, might even have to go live again and start all over again and start the stream, because it just seems like it wanted to screw me over today with doing this correctly. I think it's fixed now. And did it even pin when I put something here? Let's see. Put this PayPal link here and then pin this. Okay, guys, so now I have the PayPal link. So if you guys, what I've been talking about on here, about how to get the $20 special thanks credit on the Bigfoot film, now I actually have the actual PayPal link up. So let me just go and change the description in here too for... And then I'm just going to say, make sure to include a note of your full name. Yeah, sorry guys, it didn't. Let me just see live chat Q&A. All right, so now I fixed this. That was a big pain. So let's see. Now it looks like everything is fixed on this. But man, what a pain. So let's see now. We'll start going through. So yeah, guys. So sorry, like when I was talking about this, the whole thing, I did not have the PayPal link there, and I didn't even have the correct title on the video. It used last week's title when I was talking about, you know, the Scream Bloody Murder thing. So now, though, now it's fixed. So sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Let me just fix this one other thing. Live Q&A. Live stream Q&A chat. Okay, and then I'm directing a Bigfoot film and need your help. Okay, now the title is correctly on here. Okay, guys, so now everything is right. Like I said, sorry for that all being screwed up and everything. So thanks, though, for Martin for telling me on everything on there. Also PayPal, yes. So Chris, yeah, so now I can talk about it. Now I have the correct link. So everybody go and I pinned it as well, but go and you can refresh the page if you don't see it, and you can see the PayPal link. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be doing $20 special thanks credits for how you guys can help out on Amityville Bigfoot. And basically, if you do it, make sure you include your in the note your full name, and I'll add you up this evening on IMDb for the film. And then, and if you do it now, let me know too, and I'll give you guys a shout out on here as well. You know, I'll shout out, and also too, you could put in the note if you want, like your YouTube channel or anything like that. So definitely put any of that kind of stuff. Like I said, if you do it now, but leave me a comment to let me know you did. And I'm also going to talk about this on Tuesday as well. But we're also, if you guys are interested as well, in addition to the special thanks, we're also going to do like associate producer and executive producer. And you guys can message me on Facebook if you guys are interested in talking about that as well. But like I said, I really appreciate the support, guys. And the other thing too I wanted to mention, oh yeah, and there's also going to be a perk if you guys want to act in the movie in person. And it's in-person ones, but it's also going to be perks to play a Bigfoot expert, you know, as well. So that's one of those things that you guys can self-film, and you guys can play like an expert on Bigfoot, or you can play somebody that doesn't believe in Bigfoot and is really against it and all that kind of stuff. Just adding my Facebook link as well. So I think that's all fixed now. Are you looking forward to Halloween Kills? No, I'm definitely looking forward to watching that. Let's see. Amityville Bigfoot sounds like a cult classic. Well, thanks, Strange Boy. I hope so. I'm really excited about this one, and I think it's going to be really fun. Proud of you, buddy. Your hard work is paying off. Thanks so much, Gary. You should have the Bigfoot smoke a joint. There might be, honestly, something in there involving that. Like this weird thing that I kind of thought about. I hope you and MJ reconnect one day. If any of you guys like have any inside information on where he is, let me know. I would love to do something with him again. Let's see. Mr. In Between was a great show. I still need to watch season 3. I never watched that one. If you could direct a Twilight Zone episode, which would it be about? I don't know. Probably go and like remake one of the classic ones again or something. I loved you in Bloody Mary. Oh yeah, Bloody Mary. That was a fun movie. That was one of my. I think that was one of the first movies I ever did acting out in California. Let's see. Love your channel. Favorite Kubrick movie. Favorite Kubrick movie. Oh yeah, and thanks so much, Thomas Jones, for the $2 super chat. Favorite Kubrick movie I would say is definitely The Shining, and then Clockwork Orange. And then Martin, I posted the PayPal link now for that one as well. It's finally up. Like I said, sorry, I made the thing for it, and then it screwed up. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It didn't copy anything that I did. Let's see. I see somebody sent something. I don't know if this is somebody else I was talking to. Oh yeah, see, I see someone sent something in. And if any of you guys, like I said, send anything through, let me know too, so I know. I can give you guys a shout out and stuff like that. And make sure to just be sure to put a note with your full name and stuff, just so I make sure I put in the correct name and stuff like that. Because sometimes people's PayPal can have like a weird random name, and I don't want to put like the wrong stuff in. Let's see. Let's see here. And I like when I put the light. Let me see. It's better. Let me see. White image. It makes it look better. I just put like a white image up, and it looks better with the lighting like this. Let's see. Yeah, like this. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so let's see. You should have Bigfoot. I talked about that. Body Mount is a great horror movie. No, I love Body Mount. Um, I heard Dexter New Blood Limited series revealed the Trinity Killer and Deborah Morgan is returning. Body Double 2. No, that would be amazing. Like that would be a movie too. Like if I could direct like a thing that I would really really like to do would be a movie like Body Double. Like that kind of a slow burn kind of sort of like those old school kind of weird 80s erotic type movies, or like a movie called Two Moon Junction. I would love to do something like that kind of a movie, and get that kind of music and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, with all these Sean is going to reach 100 directed films pretty quickly. I know. I think like when it comes to like directing and stuff like that, I feel like I'm trying to do something every 2 or 3 months if I can, for the most part. So then I kind of like, for example, if I do the Bigfoot movie, I'm doing that one the 16th of November to the 21st. After I do that one, then I'll start like crowdfunding a little bit for whatever I do next, like a little bit after, and then that'll be like a month or and a half later, something like that. So I kind of space things out and everything like that. Let's see. Freddie, will you be offering associate and executive producer perks for the Bigfoot movies? Oh, I will, Freddie Cougar. So for those ones, let me send you my Facebook page. I'll post my Facebook page, Freddie, and then you can message me on there. And if any of you guys want to talk about like the associate producer or executive producer credits, we definitely are going to do those. And then you can just contact me personally for those ones as well. Let me just share these. Let's see, share this on the Facebook page so you can see that. Let me post this right now. Here is the everything today with like the links and everything. When I'm trying to like post things, it's like doing everything in a strange way today. Let's see. Okay, here we go. This should be right. Here we go. So that's my I just posted it right now. That's my Facebook page, Freddy Cougar. So you can contact me on there with any questions and stuff like that for the associate producer perk and that type of stuff. So let's see. Would you rather direct a sequel to The Greasy Strangler or Friday the 13th? I think for Greasy Strangler, Jim Haskins would have to do it because it's his style and his humor. So I wouldn't want to try and do that. I want to do movies kind of like that though. But I think for me, if I ever did something like Friday the 13th, that'd be like one of those things where it would kind of be like a game-changing type thing. You know what I mean? As long as I didn't screw it all up. You know what I mean? Like and if I ever did a Friday the 13th again, and I think everyone would rather see this as well, I would set it back in a summer camp again and make it be like the original, but Jason, but instead of it being like the mother, it's Jason at the summer camp, and make it more like that. Or do it the same way again with the mother, but still, I think it'd be kind of cool to have Jason at the summer camp. And just like when it came to the Friday the 13th remake, I thought the first 15 minutes of that movie was cooler than the rest of the movie. And I always thought it was too bad that the movie wasn't like that the whole time. Sean, Shark House looks like a crazy performance, Sean. Really look forward to it. Well, thanks, James. It definitely is going to be nuts. I really think so. Would you rather direct the Ice Cream Man sequel or Drop Dead Fred? I don't think you could do Drop Dead Fred, though, without the actor that played Drop Dead Fred, because he passed away a number of years back. And I don't know who else could do it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Have you studied directing and filmmaking? How do you manage technical aspects? I've been doing my own like little shorts and stuff like that just throughout the years since I was in the 6th grade. So I've done it a long time. But like when it comes to super technical, like honestly, I don't need to know all of it because I get like a really good team that knows about, lighting and shooting and stuff like that. So I don't really have to worry about that stuff as much. So I'm really lucky in that aspect. But I do know a lot more from doing, and I've learned a lot, especially from Screen Bloody Murder, like do's and don'ts and everything like that. Let's see. Did you get Haunt on Blu-ray? I got that a while ago, like the original one that they put out. I still love your President's Day film. No, that's a fun movie. I'm thankful for you, man. You have brought so much joy and entertainment to me over the years. Well, thanks again, Blu-ray Lantern. Can you give us the best thumbnail face? Like everyone like obsesses about these these weird thumbnail faces. Now, let's see. Any David Sterling productions coming up? David is probably going to help me with locations, and I think he'll be on the set one of the days too for the new film. So I'm really excited about that he's going to be involved a little bit the one day. So so he'll be there. So he will, and hopefully we'll get to do some more movies together as well, stuff that he produces. Are you looking forward to Orphan 2? I'm definitely interested in seeing that one. On IMDb, it says you starred in 245 films. I guess. It's a lot of stuff, too, has been stuff where I've self-filmed it. So it's like I filmed stuff for the movies. And honestly, there might even be a couple other things because I took some stuff off of there. And then also, but there's some of the stuff, too, though, where I don't know if it's ever going to happen because it's movies where honestly, I promoted the movie for these people, and then they like sort of screwed me over on the role in it. So it's like I'm really careful now with Indiegogo, and with promoting projects that I'm going to be acting in, where it's not my project, because you never know what can happen, and everything like that. So that's the one thing that's happened a lot. So now I'm really concentrating when it comes to all of this on doing my own stuff, and then I act in my own things. And I'm going to do some movies and stuff coming up acting wise, but I'm, where I go for other people's projects. But at least right now, I'm really concentrating on all of this stuff, at least for the next, next probably year or so is what I'm going to really focus on all of this stuff right now and everything. Let's see here. I think I see some PayPal. Let me see here to give you guys a shout out here. I see Karen credits and Bigfoot ones from Chris Saltel. Thanks so much, Chris Saltel. So his last name is Sawtele. I don't remember what his YouTube channel was. I know he was just commenting on here. But Chris, post your YouTube channel as well on here again too. And thanks so much, Chris, for helping with the special thanks credits on Amityville, Bigfoot and Karen. And then Martin Moki Brennan, he gave a special thanks credit as well. And thanks so much, Martin, for the special thanks credit on Karen. I really appreciate that. And I'm going to get these added up this evening and stuff like that, or evening or early in the morning. And they usually take like IMDb like a day or so for the credits to go live. So then you can check on the Amityville Bigfoot page and see your credits on there. I'll post a link too for the Amityville Bigfoot page so you guys can see that, and that's where they'll end up going up if you guys want to check them later. Amityville Bigfoot. But that's where you'll be able to see the actual credits when they go live, and it looks like they put the poster up on there now too, so that's cool. So they added that up. So sometimes it can take a little while for the poster to go live on IMDb, but I'll put that below here as well. And I'll put that in the description too of the video so you guys know where they actually go and you can see them. Let me put this one here too. Credit will go live here. I put this in the description right now, the link to the IMDb page as well. Let me see. And I'll put the link here too so you guys can see. Let's see. Let me post this. So this is where the IMDb page is too. So this is where, guys, you'll be able to see the special thanks credits and stuff like that for the movie and everything. So let's see. You've been Blu-ray hunting for the longest time. How do you continue to do it? I know it's a little hard lately though, because I've been doing so much work and stuff with these films, but I've still managed to figure out how to do them. And if there's ever a week when I can't, I won't be able to do it for one reason or another, I always pre-film something, so I have something kind of go up and stuff like that. Let's see. What's your favorite YouTube videos that you made? I like doing the It parody one. I really had a fun time doing, and it's because I really like putting together these projects, and I think that's why I've always really loved putting stuff together. Is Amityville trademarked? Yes, there is certain things that are very specific rules with any of these Amityville movies, that you cannot reference the actual story of what happened in the house. And this goes for all of them, unless it's Sony produced Amityville movies. I think that's the rule. Like the Ryan Reynolds one. So like the ones that Lionsgate puts out and all those ones, they can't reference the story of the house itself. There's like these real specific rules and stuff like that of it. Let's see. I love Ghostquakes and Haunted High and Ghost Shark. Great fun. So please, for you, Sean, hope directing goes from strength to strength. Well, thanks so much, Metal Mom. I'm really working at that and like trying to work as much as I can at it, and just basically just continue learning from doing these films. Have you seen the Borrower horror film from the director of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer? I don't know if I've seen that one. Have you met Sean Clark from Horror's Hollowed Grounds? No, yeah, I know Sean Clark. He's a really, really nice guy. I met him the first time years back because he wrote a film called Black Waters of Echoes Pond, a movie which had Danielle Harris in the film. I think it was Jimmy Duvall was in it, and then both the girls who were from the Machete films were in it, the twins. They were in the film, but that was a cool movie, and I remember I did a review of it, and then I think it was Monster Mania or Chiller, Sean Clark saw me and then told me how him and the cast watched the review, and I thought that was so cool because I was thinking, oh, it's Danielle Harris, and most importantly, I really like those two girls, the twins from Machete. I always really liked those girls, so I was thinking, would they watch? Are they watching the video? But no, I talked to him, then, and then I've kind of known him since then, and I always talk to him at conventions and stuff like that, and he's always there. Normally, he's with Norman Reedus at conventions, so that's where I've always talked to him. Are you going to make more movies not Amityville related? Right now, I'm being brought in to do the Amityville movies, but there's like a list of ones that are not Amityville related. So after this one, it's probably going to be a non-Amityville related film after this particular one. Are you looking forward to Antlers Last Night in Soho, come out last month, the same day of October 29th? Oh yeah, Antlers, I kind of forgot about that movie. But yeah, that one looks cool. And then for some reason, I haven't looked at the trailer for Late Night in Soho, and I don't know why. It's always been a dream of mine to be in or direct movies. Is there a way I can come and sit in the background and observe? Eric, we're going to do like, it's going to shoot in Los Angeles and stuff like that in November 16th to 21st. So if you can message me on my Facebook, Eric, and if you wanted to do like, I think we're going to have like a simple like walk-on type role kind of thing, which if you want to do something like that, and you could come and like be part of the set one of the days for that type of thing. Let's see. Do you read horror books like Jinji? Tio Manga? No, I've never seen that one. Hey, how's it going? Hope you have a good day. Just picked up Space Jam yesterday. Oh yeah, did you get the new one? Do you remember the show Duckman? I remember that. I used to watch that back in the day. You should make a film about an introverted Blu-ray collector who turns out to be a serial killer. Yeah, just have me if I lost my mind or something and became like some nut serial killer. It's like all I have to do is just film myself in the house in my DVD collection. That'd be one I could definitely shoot very cheap. I guess it would be like my Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and then in the movie, I guess I would kill people with the DVD discs or something like that. That I'd like saw the discs and stuff like that and make teeth out of them and stuff like that. Let's see. Do you have surround sound in your movie room? No, I've never done surround sound. I'm always so worried about it being too loud in there and stuff like that. But what's so funny is I'll never even get to hear my movies in surround sound because Scream Bloody Murder has a 5.1 surround sound mix, and Shark House is going to have it, as well as the Bigfoot one will as well. Let's see, sent you PayPal for Bigfoot, credit Martin Monkey Burnin. Well, thanks so much, Martin. I really, like I said, I really appreciate the support so much on there. And if any of you guys, too, wanted to get a special thanks credit for Amityville Bigfoot, you guys can check out the link below for the PayPal. And just make sure, though, you guys include your full name in the note, and I'll add you guys to the IMDb page for the film, as well as in the movie special thanks credits. Let's see. Trying to make sure I don't miss any of these questions here. Let's Let's see. Let's get found out now. PayPal link is posted. Good evening. Are you looking forward to, do you need horror books? Let's get to 100K before 2020. I don't know. Before 2022. It'd be amazing to get to that number. But you never know. It's like the problem is like, I feel like the Blu-ray community is kind of going up a little bit now, but it's going up from what I've been seeing a lot on TikTok. Everyone's telling me I need to get on TikTok and do videos on there, but I just have to figure out what I would do. Maybe if I did something like that, I would post like when I get new stuff, I would do like a little simple, quick unboxing on there or something like that. I don't really know though. It's one of those things where I'm like, what would I do with TikTok if I had it? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I don't really do, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like crazy music videos or like me lip syncing to things or any of that type of stuff. Let's see. Do you read horror books? I talked about that. What happened to canceled movie George Romero's Twilight of the Dead? I don't know, because since he passed away, I don't think it's going to happen unless somebody else comes in and decides to take over and direct it and everything. I just don't see it happening. Let's see. How do you avoid spoilers? It's very difficult. Like I try to, when I talk about stuff in a movie, like I try to only really bring up, if I review something or whatever, kind of like what you would see in the first like opening to the movie. The first like 15 minutes or something, first 20 minutes. I try not to really show much or more than you would see in a trailer and stuff like that. I've been trying to lately, I don't know if you guys notice with the reviews, being a little bit more comedic and a little bit more just kind of, if a movie has some kind of bad stuff about it, I just kind of call it out a little bit more. I'm trying to do that a little bit more, to make it a little bit more interesting and not, as you know, I gotta be critical of some stuff too. I do know that. I gotta be a little bit more critical. But sometimes the stuff that I genuinely like is stuff that doesn't always have the highest reviews. Like, I know it. I don't know what the reviews were for it, but I recently watched that movie Here Today with Billy Crystal, and I really liked that. I thought that was like a really fun, nice, like sweet film. It was very sad, but still, it was just like a nice type of film. And sometimes you like to just watch stuff like that. Let's see. Have you have got movies you made and starred in? You have got some movies. I star in the Shark House movie. That's like, I feel like that's like the first movie I've ever done where it was like the entire movie, when it comes to acting and everything is like on my shoulders. So it was very intimidating to me for that movie because it was like I didn't want to screw it up, and I think because it was just like the whole movie is based on me having to sell the Amityville house. So it's just like, and it's all about what happens to me when I get there and the transformations and everything. And so it's just like, it was so much, I've never done anything like that. So it was like, almost like me trying to be like Freddy Krueger or something. So it was, and I'm very happy with it. And now seeing the edit so far of everything, I just cannot wait for you guys to see it. But it's just going to be very nerve-wracking for me when it does release, because it's one of those things where it's going to be like a lot more places than normal for me, and it'll be very different. I'm excited for it and for things that are coming in the future, but it's just going to be very different, like for me to go to certain like conventions and stuff. Like I don't know, it's going to change a little bit. You guys will know more later and everything about it, but it's just going to be, I'm excited about everything, but I am very private sometimes too, so it's just like, it's a little nervous about, I don't know, because I've had little stalker type things in the past and stuff. So anytime, I just always worry about stuff like that. Let's see. Would you recommend a TV for Blu-rays and 4K? What do I've only ever bought Sony. So that's like the only, at least Sony is what I've always bought in the last like 10 years. So anything Sony 4K, but make sure it has the HDR, which is the high dynamic range. That's that boosts the contrast and all that stuff. So just if you buy a 4K TV, just don't go and get like a super, I think the prices now are cheaper though to get ones that have the HDR to them. But like I said, just make sure and just be really careful you don't get one that isn't HDR, because I feel like it's one of those things that you're like be like regretting it later and then be like, damn it, you know what I mean? Like, so I was really lucky when I bought the one that I have now. I didn't accidentally, because I didn't even know what it was. I think no, I think when I bought the first one I didn't know what HDR was, and I just luckily enough bought the one that had that. Have you kept your HD DVD collection? I have some of them. Let's see. I do have. Oh yeah, I see a super chat here, a $2 super chat here from Hey Dude, 607. Thanks so much, Hey Dude 607, and he says, 100K, let's do it. No, I hope so. I hope to get to that point at some point. Who sat on your bed? Oh, it's still not made up. That's why it's kind of screwed up. Another Amityville movie? No, I've kind of become Mr. Amityville, which and this is going to be the third film in the Amityville series, and they're not connected per se, but there's stuff that I'm putting in the movies that have like a slight tie-in. Like you might see a prop or something from the other movies to tie them together. Especially, at least for Karen, I did these sort of tie-ins and stuff like that. And any of you guys who have come onto this stream now, the one big thing that I was talking about is how I'm going to be directing my new Amityville film called Amityville Bigfoot, and I'm going to be doing $20 special thanks credits on the film. So if you guys would like to get a special thanks credit in the movie, it will be in the end credits in the special thanks credits section, as well as on IMDb. And I have a link below, though, for the PayPal, and I also have a link to the IMDb page where you guys can go to actually see your credit and everything. And anybody that gets them on this stream, I'll add them up like tonight, early tomorrow morning, early in the morning, and I'll add anyone else that comes on later. I'll just be adding them as they come in, because I'm also going to promote it in the Indiegogo. In the next Tuesday's video as well. So check out the link below, guys. That's where the PayPal is. I figured that was the easiest way to have it, as opposed to having the email or making it real complicated. I luckily enough figured out how to make that link. I had never done that before. Let's see. Is Will Clauser going to work on Amityville Bigfoot as well? I believe he's going to help some, but I'm not really sure, because with this one, he's working right now on his own film, which is called Ouija Encounters of the Third Kind. So he's doing that one. So I don't think he's going to do much on this movie, on this particular one right now. But we are doing other stuff coming up in the future. But for this one, I don't think he's doing anything on this one, but Julianne Prescott will be writing the film, so she would be the writer on the film, but not Will Clauser on this particular one. For this one, it's pretty much me getting everything planned, and then Julianne with the script, and then she helps me with so much stuff with planning and locations and getting stuff figured out, and she was so helpful too. Like I wouldn't have been able to do Karen without all the help that she did with, helping me figure things out and what was nearby, and just like scheduling things and emailing people and all these type of things. Let's see. I love Bigfoot movies. It's my favorite type of movies. Well, thanks so much, Andrew. Did you hear Scream Factory? They announced Lady in a Cage and No Way to Treat a Lady. I think I saw something about that. I still love the movie Witch's Brew. Oh yeah, that was a fun movie. Do you have surround sound? Bigfoot at Amityville Beach. Laugh out loud. Would you watch the Jack on the Go show? Yeah, I watch his videos. What's your most rewatched movie? Probably like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Did you kiss Willie? I don't know. Thanks, Sean. I'll contact you. Well, thanks, Freddie. That sounds great. Definitely thanks for thinking of, helping on the movie as an associate producer or executive producer. And I'll definitely look out for your message on there. Would you rather direct John Knowlton or Adam Marcus, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and Jason Goes to Hell? Would you rather? I don't know. Like I liked. If I mean like work with, probably the director of Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. I thought if you made a Friday the 13th film, it'd be set in a mall. Well, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if they would green like that, but I do want to do a mall slasher film. That's a #1 dream, and I'll probably try and do it next year. But the problem is I got to figure out the mall situation. So, and I'll probably make a mention of that in the videos. If any of you guys know a mall, I don't care where it is, I'll go and do it. You know what I mean? If I can have access to the mall when they're closed from like 10 p.m. to like 9 a.m., I can make it work. Do you know what I mean? Do it like they did for Dawn of the Dead. But that's like a dream, is figuring out a mall situation, a mall location to shoot at, like a dead mall, and do a slasher film in there. Let's see. Did you hear that Chris Pratt is voicing Mario? I did. I did hear that. I feel like too. Everybody when they see that one is going to realize that the Super Mario Brothers movie with Bob Hoskins and Leguizamo was a fun movie, and like I don't care what people say. To me, I would much rather watch that movie than so many other things that I'm seeing this day. Nowadays. Like I don't know if it's because I saw it as a kid and it's a very important movie to me, but I like genuinely love that Super Mario Brothers movie. I like the music in there, the whole vibe of it. I've watched that movie probably a dozen times throughout my life. Like I don't know, I love that film. I'm a huge fan of yours, even your movies. How can I get your DVDs? There is on the Indiegogo campaign for Scream Bloody Murder. You can get the limited edition Blu-ray for that one. But all the other ones, like Shark House and the ones that I've been doing, they'll all be releasing from different companies and stuff like that. Coming soon, though. Congratulations on directing. I wish you luck on future projects. Thanks so much, Claudio. A TV series based on the life of Dr. Sam Loomis. Good luck on your upcoming projects. I'll catch you later. Well, thanks so much, Benny. Hey, Sean would be great in a remake of... Also, Sean would be great in a remake of Phantom of the Mall. Yeah, Phantom of the Mall remake would be cool. If you remake Highlander, who do you think would play Connor McLeod? I don't know who would be like a good... for that role, like somebody that would be like now could work. Maybe I've seen like Thomas Jane kind of have that kind of a look sometimes. Are you forward to Blumhouse horror movie Five Nights at Freddy? I think I heard about that. They were doing that. When will Night of the Tommyknockers be released? I don't know when the Mahals are going to get that one released. I have not heard anything like that. I can't wait to see it though. Hey, but I was wondering when Scream Bloody Murder will be coming out to streaming. As soon as it goes through the quality control, then it will come out. And I don't know when the streaming service is like going to pick the date for it for sure. But I'll let you know for sure when I know everything on that and everything. What happened to Lincoln Hack and Slash Base Comics got canceled? Oh, Todd Lincoln? Oh, yeah, you remember Todd Lincoln. Yeah, I used to talk to him all the time. I don't know what happened to that. I see your videos, every post you put up. I'm a huge fan of yours. Well, thanks so much, Ozzy. Are you looking forward to the Quiet Place spinoff? I didn't know there was going to be a spinoff movie. Somehow I didn't hear about that. Have you been Kenny Rogers Roasters and Melting Pot? No, those are ones that I used to love. The back in the day as a kid. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. Everybody kind of knows Boston Market, but at the same time, there was the same type of restaurant that Kenny Rogers owned, which was called Kenny Rogers Roasters. And it was basically exactly the same stuff, but they had this weird type of like pot pie, where it was like pot pie, but it was just sort of like, it didn't have the stuff. So it was just like the middle of a pot pie, and they just dumped it out. And I remember as a kid, I used to always get this weird pot pie thing that they had there. And the melting pot, I think they're still around, but they were expensive. They were like $100, and it was a fondue place where you like cook the stuff in there and all that. And I never liked that stuff when you have to cook the food yourself, because I was always like worried that I wasn't going to cook it enough and get like salmonella or E. coli or something like that. Let's see. What are your favorite director, John Landis or George Romero? Between John Landis and George Romero, definitely George Romero. Let's see. It always does this when it like scrolls me down to the list. Let's see. Trying to make sure I don't miss these. I have to go now. Please stay safe. Let's see. I think this is where I was. Have you seen Willy's Wonderland? Have you surround sound? I talked about that. Have you been Video Superstation Taylor Video? I've been there before. I haven't been back though. I have to go now. Please stay safe and well. And directing you. Thanks so much, Andrew. Do a movie called Leatherface Hunts Bigfoot. That would be a dream to do something, Texas Chainsaw related. Did you hear that Chris Pratt, I talked about that. You're going to direct a Bigfoot movie. So a guy's going to be in a costume. Well, that's really the only way you can do Bigfoot is if it was a guy in a costume. We can fill it in with some CGI too if we need to and stuff like that. But for the most part, I mean, the costume that I ordered wasn't cheap. So it should be a pretty good one. And we're going to do some work on it too. But it should be a pretty good one. It's not like there's one you can buy right now for like $50 at Walmart. It's not that one, so don't worry. It's not that one. Let's see. Shark House, good movie. Well, thanks so much. I can't wait for you guys to see it. Strap-on sewed backwards is non-parts. post a 1-minute edit of your Blu-ray shopping videos on TikTok. Yeah, maybe something like that I could do on there. Are you forward Paranormal Activity? Oh yeah, the trailer for that looked pretty good. I hope they put out an actual Blu-ray of it too, because it's on Paramount Plus, that's the one streaming service I don't have. Like that's one of those ones, and I don't know if at some point I'll end up getting that. I really don't know with that. Do you think you ever join Cameo? I don't know what I would do. I mean, maybe at some point I would do Cameo on there. But the only thing with Cameo is they changed it now. They have two different versions. Because I was always concerned with Cameo because of the way that it could get used, because there was one that was like for personal use and one that said professional use, and I always thought there was a loophole that if somebody could take that footage and use it in a commercial or something for some of those celebrities. So now the actors that are on there are paying more or charging more if you're going to use them for a commercial, because I've seen people have actors and stuff like promote like Indiegogos and stuff, and they have nothing to do with the movie, and I've seen that go on, and it's because they do it through Indiegogo. I mean through Cameo, and I always thought that some of that stuff is always kind of strange. So I'm glad they now have a separation of them, so you kind of know this is a personal video and not a video that's going to get posted publicly, and you never know too, because sometimes people on those Cameo videos can tell you to say weird stuff, which could be like a weird code word of things. And I'm not up on, weird words and stuff like that are like internet trends. And sometimes people purposely try to get you to say weird stuff to get you in trouble. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm even weird too with doing interviews and podcasts and everything, because I get kind of awkward, and it's like sometimes if I go on a thing too, if I'm not that interested in something, I look really awkward, like I'm not paying attention. And I've always had like really bad ADD and stuff like that with paying attention, all these kind of disorder stuff like that. So I don't do a lot of that stuff. Let's see. I know I'm gonna have to do it for Shark House though, promotion stuff. Dude, you picked up 4 more movies every single week. There are 52 weeks in a year, so you have about 200 movies every single year. You must have thousands of movies. I know, there's a lot of movies, Dennis. They're like all over the place. What got you into movies? I've always been a fan of films. Like probably my family though, but I've always my favorite stuff to do when I was a kid was going to Blockbuster, going to the movies, always going to Suncoast Motion Pictures and buying new movies. So it was always like something that I loved. So it was always like things that I've been into. Did you watch Heimdall Walk Like a Man? I remember that one. That was a fun film. Worst Elm Street movie? I don't know, the very worst one. That's hard to say. What's your favorite Friday the 13th movie from part 1 to the reboot? I like probably part 4 is the one that I feel like I've watched the most of them. Are you looking forward to Star Wars The Acolyte TV series and Bad Batch Season 2? I never watched those series. This is objectively not the third film in the Amityville series. No, it's the third film in the ones that I'm doing though. But nowadays there's a lot of different Amityville ones. But this one, at least Shark House, is going to be more of, without saying anything, it's going to be more official to the Amityville ones that you guys are seeing nowadays with a bigger release. That's basically all I can say. Let's see. Hey, Sean, are you playing a big part in Bigfoot or just directing? I'm going to be probably in that movie like maybe 15 minutes, something like that. Maybe a little bit longer, but for the most part, like 15, 20 minutes tops, something like that. And that's about what I did in Karen. Shark House, I was in the whole thing, and I was in the whole thing for Scream Bloody Murder as well. Let's see. Hey, Sean, are you playing a big part? Do you own all the videos you had on the East Coast videos? I for the most part, there's stuff throughout the years, though, I've gotten rid of, like if I upgraded, went from Blu-ray to DVD and stuff like that. I have, changed some of that stuff. So, yeah, that was basically some of the things that I had done. Let's see, and I see somebody gave a special thanks on here, too. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he gave me his link as well. Matthew Rayleigh. Thanks so much, Matthew Rayleigh, for the special thanks credit on the film. And he gave me his link to his IMDb page as well. So yeah, if you guys have an IMDb page as well too already, in the note for the Bigfoot special thanks, just make sure to include that as well in there, and then I'll add that in there, as well, and everything. So let's see. See, next up, Amityville Frankenstein, Amityville Dracula, Amityville Mummy, Amityville Wolfman, Amityville Creature from the Black Lagoon, Amityville The Living Dead, Amityville Chainsaw Massacre. Well, they're good ideas, though. You never know. Will Lauren Francesca be in the latest film as well? Yeah, Lauren is going to be in this one as well. And she should be in a lot of the other ones that I'm planning as well, but she'll definitely be in this one as long as like she doesn't have a project that comes up or anything. But I told her the dates and everything, so I think everything should be fine on this one. Did you throw away all your DVDs? No, I didn't throw away any of them. Especially now, too, if I upgrade to Blu-ray of something or get a Blu-ray copy of it to review or something like that, I usually keep the DVD. So a lot of times I take the disc and I get like a two-disc DVD, two-disc Blu-ray case, and I keep the DVD in there. Because so often the original DVD has like a special feature that's not on the Blu-ray. Sometimes it's a different edit of the film or something was a little bit different about it, or I don't know. So I've kind of discovered now it's better to keep them for the most part for a lot of these movies, because a lot of times there's stuff that just is like these special features that are lost in the circuits of time that you really never see again if you get rid of them. Let's see. A Nightmare on Amityville Street, Silence of the Amityvilles. You should do a chopping mall type film. Now that was one of those ones I'd love to do. Any movies you wanted to remake? One that's a micro budget one that I would like to remake is Video Violence. That was one that I always wanted to do, but do it with a little bit of more money to it. I think it would be kind of cool, but yet still have that same kind of music, that same sort of cheap synth. And maybe even try and use some of it in the actual movie, get the original files if they have them, and like open the movie with that. I don't know, I love that cheesy music, but that would be really fun to remake. But if I could make a sequel to anything, it would be It's Pat 2 and have Julia Sweeney back. She wouldn't do it, and the movie wouldn't fly nowadays because it's not PC to make something like that, but still... that movie, I don't care what people say about It's Pat, like, that's a very important movie to me. And it's just something about that movie, like, I think that I'm kind of a very big weirdo, and, like, my mind is kind of like It's Pat. I feel like It's Pat sometimes. Not like I'm a Pat person, but I feel like I go through the world misunderstood like Pat in this sort of strange way. I feel like when I'm walking around the world, I feel like I'm Pat. I don't know how to explain it. That movie I love that movie. I feel like any kind of relationship I would have would be like a real problematic thing like that. Let's see. Do you believe in ghosts or aliens? I do think that there is something out there of that type of stuff. I definitely do. You excited for the upcoming Batman film? More so for the Flash movie that Michael Keaton's going to do. Kramer used to have rave about Kenny Rogers roasters. Oh, that's funny that he talked about that. I did not remember that. I'll have to see if there's a clip of him talking about it. Like a clip on YouTube of it. Practical effects are the best. No, I'm definitely going to do, everything practical effects. That's definitely the way to do it and everything for sure. Let's see. From the UK, ever seen Shark Exorcist? Let me just make sure I'm not getting any weird text. Let's see. Over here, people always around. Let's see. But no, I was just making sure there wasn't any random text or anything. Shark Exorcist, though, I think I reviewed that one. Oh my God, Shark Exorcist, good movies. Let's see. Do you watch Nomad with Pierce Brosnan? I think I reviewed that one. Jason Lives is the best. Chauncey, I live near you, and we go to the same stores. Could I get a picture with you if I see you in person? No, definitely. You definitely can for sure. Let's see. Did you see Amityville 2, The Possession? No, I saw that one with Laurie Loughlin. Or was it Laurie Loughlin, I think, is in it? But no, I saw that one. I thought that was a fun movie. Hey, was that the third one she was in? Maybe, I can't remember if that was the second or third. Sean, do you think of Chucky's series? I haven't seen it yet. I don't think it starts until next week, but I'm definitely going to watch that one. Hopefully it's good, though. It should be really cool. Everybody's coming back for it, so I think it should be pretty good. Let's see. I remember an old video where you and MJ talked about the boob guy in school who left his lamb chops in his locker all day and then ate them. Oh, yeah, this one guy, his name was Mark, and I always called him Titsy Melvin. Well, I didn't call him that to his face, but it was just like the name that I always knew for him was Titsy Melvin. But then the other name was Mr. Knox. And then I had this song called "Oh Mr. Knox, Knox, Mr. Golden Knox, please shine your knocks on me." And it's another one of those weird seventh grade things that I did back in the day. Let's see. I remember. Let's see. I hope John Ritter, the Connie movie, can get put out by Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah, the Connie would be an amazing movie to come out, on anything. Even if Vinegar Syndrome just put it out on DVD. I mean, that's a great movie that you never see, and they never play it on TV anymore. It's like a real forgotten film. Sean C., who is your favorite canceled celebrity? Canceled celebrity? I feel like the one that everybody liked was, Kevin Spacey. And I feel like that Kevin Spacey was the one that everybody liked because he was just a really, really good actor. So it just made it all the worse that he was doing all this stuff that he was up to or allegedly was going on. Let's see. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Shark House, I've seen it. Hey, Sean, what do you think about this thing? Any thoughts on doing a lot of scenes to add different element of horror? Be interesting to see Bigfoot during the day. I think there's going to be a lot of Bigfoot during the day, honestly, because of the locations and stuff. It's very hard to shoot at night. There will be some night, but it's going to be a whole lot of day. So it's definitely going to be a lot of day stuff, and then like shooting inside of tents and stuff like that and making it look darker and stuff, but a lot of days, so it's definitely going to be a little different like that for sure. Let's see. If you keep DVDs and Blu-rays, how many movies do you have in your collection? I don't know. So it's like, if you look at, I don't know, because I also have DVDs in boxes still. I have like storage boxes. I have a whole ton of storage boxes, and I also have binders for kind of movies where I don't want to get rid of them, but I don't really need to keep the cases. And those are more for like really random stuff. So I have a lot of binders and stuff like that where I keep the artwork themselves as well, and then them in binders. And so I probably have a lot of stuff like that as well. And those are ones that I just want to keep. Like I said, I just want to keep the movies, but I don't want to get rid of them. So it's thousands of movies. I don't know the amount for sure. I've never really counted it, but I do really wonder how many there really is. And any of you guys who have come on the stream now, the big thing that I was talking about on here was how I'm directing a brand new film which is called Amityville Bigfoot, and I'm going to be doing special thanks credits on the film where you guys can do it through the PayPal link. And after the stream is over, you guys can go too. And if you guys have any questions about it, you can message me on my Facebook page and ask any questions about how it works, and if you guys wanted to get associate producer credits as well, and I'll add you on the IMDb page for the movie as well as the film's end credits. And I have the link for the IMDb page as well in the credits, so you guys can see that as well. Let's see. Amityville Curse of the Screaming Skull. How about Mr. Smith Goes to Amityville? Hey Sean, this one's going to be fun. Can't wait for filming to begin. Well, thanks, David. I can't wait to work with you again. David Perry is I have such a fun time working with him, and just wait till you see him in Shark House. He plays my boss in the movie, and it's crazy. He is in some insane scenes in that movie, so I cannot wait for you guys to see it. Chauncey, can you give a shout out to my favorite band, Slip Nixon? I don't know. I've never heard of that band. New Line Cinema should put out a film called Leatherface versus Michael Myers. Yeah, New Line owns them, so that'd be kind of cool. If you love to see canceled movie horror film starring Steven Soderbergh series, I didn't know it was canceled, Steven series. Hey Sean, always good to see you. Well, thanks so much, the horror dude. Yeah, Laurie Locken was in the third one. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was the third movie. I don't remember the second one that well. I know I've watched all of them, but I don't really remember that one too well. What's your favorite Alex Theo movie? I don't know Alex Theo. Did you enjoy the Cobra Sylvester Stallone movie? I like that one. That was kind of like Sylvester Stallone, sort of in a horror movie. Even though it was not a horror movie per se, it felt a little bit like that movie 10 to Midnight is what I think it was. Let's see. Would you ever make an animated movie? That I would like to do something animated. That's definitely something in the future which would be kind of cool to do. What are your thoughts on Steel Justice and Extremities? I don't remember those too well. Are you trying to make a bunch of animated movies? Do you look for these, or do they come to you? With all of these ones, they came to me with these particular Amityville ones. The Shark House one, I cannot remember the origin of the title. I think Will might have come up with that. But with Karen and Bigfoot, no, those ones 100% were come to me for those ones. Scream Bloody Murder, though, that was a mixture of me and Will for like the title and the ideas and everything on that one. And then let's see. Sean just donated to the film. Big fan just donated to the film. Oh, thanks so much, Bootleg317. Let me check on here and see, and I'll read your name off on here too. Let's see. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody that donates while I'm live. Let's see. And their name is Princeton Burnow. Thanks so much, Princeton. And let's see. You can put my credits on Bootleg317. Keep my real name. Let's see. Well, thanks so much, Princeton. I really appreciate you helping on the film and everything. Let's see. Anyone, and like I said, anyone else that wants to help out on the project too while I'm live, let me know if you donate to the PayPal, and I'll make sure to read your name or anything you'd like me to say on there. Let's see. Hey, big fan. But thanks so much, Bootleg317. So, guys, you can check out Bootleg317's channel, and that's his channel if you guys want to see his videos and everything. But thanks so much, Bootleg317, for getting a special thanks credit. And I'll put your credit on there for that name as well. Hey, Sean, been a fan since seeing Haunted High. Good luck with your projects. Well, thanks so much for watching for so long. So did you see back since it aired on TV, or did you see it kind of like one of the later airings? That's the one thing that's fun about Haunted High is they still play it to this day. Like occasionally you see it on TV, which is so cool. I think out of everything I've ever done, the thing that gets played on TV the most is Dead Ant. Like that one is like I think out of everything played the most for, and it's real. I'm excited for that the one that plays so much because I really liked the death that I got to do in that movie. That was really fun. Let's see. Hey, Sean, I've been a fan since seeing Haunted High. Good luck with all the projects. Well, thanks so much, Steven. I think, Sean, it would be awesome if you did something like 31 horror movies in October. If I had the time right now, I would do something like that. Like, it's just right now, it's just so hard for me to do anything else like additional to everything. That's the only thing. When was the last time you hung out with MJ? The last time I saw him in person was when I made the movie Merry Horror, and that was, as crazy it is to think, that was March 2011. So it's been over 10 years since I've seen MJ in person, which is insane. And it shows you how quickly time flies by, because that feels to me like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, so it is very weird. And that's kind of one of those things when you realize, too, that time goes by very quickly. And that's why I truly think, too, try anyone out there, just like try to make sure you are being able to do what you really like in life, the best that you can. Do you know what I mean? Like, in any, even if you have to do it just on the weekends, you know what I mean? Like, if there's something that you really like, don't let it pass by and have regrets about not doing it. That's my advice, because just from seeing how quick time goes by, and I don't want to be dead and not have done things that I wanted to do, because, this is all we've got. So it's like, especially now with everything in the world and everything, I kind of just feel like you just make sure you're doing what you enjoy. And if you don't like something, just don't stay with it. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to. Don't ever feel like you're trapped in something, in a bad situation. Or, I mean, I know it's kind of a weird discussion, but like I said, just don't let things, control you and stuff like that. If it's a bad situation. Let's see. Sean, I wish the Empty Man put out in physical media. Yeah, I don't think they're going to. But for the Empty Man, what I would recommend is at least you could buy the physical DVD from a Redbox, and I bought that from there for like $5 about 3 months ago, when I kind of realized they weren't going to release it. So check Redbox, and what you could do is buy the Redbox disc of Empty Man. Even though it's, honestly, it's better to have anything you can physical copy of it if you want a physical copy of it, and then you could print out the artwork online, and you could probably print out and make your own cover, and that's better than nothing. At least I would say for that particular one. Like, if you want a physical copy of it, Have you seen the Bride horror movie with Sting and Jennifer Veer? The Bride horror? Oh yeah, I think I reviewed that one a long time ago. Haunted High was a really fun movie. I have it on DVD. I think the multi-pack version. Yeah, Haunted High is great. That was a really fun experience. That was like the first time too I ever did a movie where it was like I was away for a really long period of time. Like I was away for I think a little bit over 3 weeks doing that one. So that was definitely the longest I had ever been away for something. So it was really fun though to do and everything. But I remember it was really stressful though because I wasn't sure, when I was going to, be done with things. So it was kind of like I didn't have my return ticket, I remember. So it was kind of like, and then weird stuff had happened where it was like, what had happened on it? It was like there was a delay one day. So then when I finally did buy the ticket, then I remember I had to stay longer and all this kind of stuff. Let's see. I wish Michael Mann, the Keep director's cut put out by Scream Factory. Yeah, that would be kind of cool if they finally do that. Oh, MJ was the guy, if you look back on my early videos, if you look up around the town, the vlogs, any of them that were from like 2007 to 2010, till September 2010, all had MJ in them. And all the early videos and everything, the Donna Murph series, that type of stuff, was like, so any of the early days YouTube stuff. That's the one thing, because anyone new that came to this channel would probably never think that I was doing these videos as long as I have, like as many years as I have. Because I started like back when like everybody started on here. It's just so strange to think of how long I've done it. Let's see. Do you think that the Amityville franchise is respected as it once was? I mean, like, I think there's a lot of Amityville films. So it's like, with at least the ones that I'm doing, I'm trying to make them very different and make them at least stand out as much as I can. That's like at least the goal that I'm doing. Let's see. Time goes by quick. I've been watching you since 2010. Just before you move. It's crazy it's been so long. No, I know, James. It really is. It's just like I said, time just goes by so fast. It's just like, it's insane to think that that was that many years ago, because it doesn't feel like that. That's why I don't understand. It's like, I feel like in this day and age, everything kind of goes by so much quicker and everything. Let's see. I definitely happens. Life, man. Life goes by. Chapters in a book. I hope someday you can reconnect with MJ. You never know. Someday it might happen. Thoughts on the new Jackass movie? Do you think it will be good? I think so. I really do. I'm hoping. I really hope it's good. Agreed. What if you don't look back and wonder what if? I know, David. That's the thing, is you never want to look back on things and like have regrets. At least try not to. At least that's what I think about the whole thing, is just like, I try to live, at least nowadays, with as little regrets as possible, because there's nothing worse than having stuff when you look back on it and going, man, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have done that. And I have some of that stuff early on and everything. So I'm trying, but the thing is though, it's no point in worrying about that stuff, because things change. And the bottom line is, I always think too, that even if some things go bad or don't work out perfectly, that you try. I think that if you don't do those certain things, then other things wouldn't happen. So it's like, you never know. It's like a lot of times things that you might fail at, you were meant to fail at that, to try harder to do better the next time. I don't know. I just always think that everything happens. There's a reason for everything. Let's see. Happens. Agreed. Don't look back. Do you remember a canceled horror movie, Guillermo del Toro, Mountain of Madness, with Tom Cruise? I do remember that, I believe. How much for Scream Bloody Murder? Well, that one, you guys can get that on the Indiegogo link, the Scream Bloody Murder Finishing Funds campaign. Let's see. Do you watch The Seventh Sign? I watched that one back in the day. And Evil 1978. I don't think I've seen the Evil 78 though. Sean, do you ever dream much when you sleep? I do. I usually dream for the most part. What's the most enjoyable filming experience you've had? The most enjoyable one, probably, recently I really had a good time with Karen. Karen, I felt like, and that was me doing a lot more than normal, like, because it was kind of me, like, I was shooting the movie for the most part. I filmed most of it, and then Cameron helped film, and he shot the scenes for me when I was on camera. But it was me doing a lot of filming, and that was like the first time in a long time I was really shooting, because I didn't shoot on any of the other ones. So that was the first time. I'm not going to do that again, though, honestly. I have a DP now, and Cameron's going to shoot everything, which I'm really excited. He's going to shoot the new one fully. But let's see. I'm trying to make sure I don't skip anything here. But let's see, where was it? But when it comes to like enjoyable, that was one. And let me think of other ones. Like I really did enjoy Haunted High though, because that was cool because I was away for 3 weeks and it was like this big experience for me. And I got to act with Danny Trejo, and I was one of the main kids in the film, so that was really cool. That was a fun experience because I had never gotten to do something like that before, where I was away for that long, and it's always interesting when you're doing something like that, and that's the difference for me with doing directing as opposed to when I just go and act. And it's like it's me seeing things from the different perspective, because when I go and act in something, I've always been so used to just like, it's almost like when they say that expression, set it and forget it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't really have to worry about anything if I'm acting in it, because like I don't. All I have to worry about is the lines and what I have to do. But if I'm going to act in something, they get the flight, they get the hotel, they book all of that stuff, they figure everything out like that. They have someone picking me up. But then when I'm doing it, then I'm the person that has to coordinate all of that. So that's the difference. Is that then me and Julianne work all that stuff out, and then we have to figure out if there's somebody has to get picked up, or coordinate the food stuff and coordinate the schedules and all these type of stuff, which is different because I was always the person that I was just handed the stuff and said, this is when you need to be here. So it's different to do it from that other perspective and everything. Let's see. Did you watch Angel with Phoebe Cates? That's one of the Phoebe Cates ones I feel like I never have seen it one. You know what I mean? I don't know if I've ever actually seen that one. Is it in the description? For the Scream Bloody Murder one, that one you can see on my last video on Tuesday. I have the link for the Scream Bloody Murder Blu-ray one on there. Let's see. And any of you guys who have just come onto the live stream, check out the link there. I have it under the video for the PayPal, and that's where you guys, if you were interested in getting a special thanks credit on the new film that I directed, Amityville Bigfoot. That's the one that I'm going to be directing next month in Los Angeles. And you guys can get a special thanks credit, which goes on Imdb, as well as the end credits to the film as well. But just make sure, though, you put in the note, though, your full name and everything. So I make sure, or the name you want to be credited on Imdb, just so I make sure to put in all the correct information and that kind of stuff as well. And I'll be doing special thanks and crowdfunding on this one, probably for the next to the end of the month or so, because I start shooting November 16th. So I'll talk about it in the next Tuesday video as well. And you guys can message me on Facebook too if you guys have any questions as well. And I'll probably be on here for about maybe 15 more minutes or so. So feel free, guys, to ask any last minute questions. And if you guys get any special thanks PayPal thanks, put a message below, and I'll go and read a shout out and stuff. And you can also put in the note as well if you have a YouTube channel. Feel free to put that in there as well, and I'll copy that link and put it on in the chat now too. Let's see. Amityville Killer Animatronics. What's up, my boy Sean? How's it going, Buzzboy? Hey, dude. Been here since the Don and Murph days. Good luck with the movie. Well, thanks so much. Wasn't Haunted High also called Ghostquake? Yeah, it has 2 different titles on that, David. It was weird. Like the U.S. title was Haunted High, but then when it aired in Germany, they called it Ghostquake. But then for some reason, when it came out in America again, or when it came out to DVD or something in America, they changed the name to Ghostquake. So it was this strange, it was like the never, ending title change for that movie. And I remember too, for some reason, every time in the UK, they always notoriously credit me wrong in everything UK. So I'm hoping that they do not do that again for Scream Bloody Murder, because that's the only time I'll be a little annoyed if they put for the directing credit and they put Sean and they leave the C out. That's like, oh, I have so many, for some reason, the UK credits, like the Ghostquake one, the Ghost Shark, and a couple other ones, they just say Sean Phillips and they leave the C out, which is, it's fine, but it's like if anyone wanted to look you up on IMDb or something like that and look up the name, it wouldn't come up this, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's the only thing that's a pain. Amityville Babysitter, that can be interesting. Have you been to King of Prussia Mall with MJ and your brother? I never went to King of Prussia Mall with my brother, but I used to go there with my family. We would, that was kind of like one of those trips we would like to do for Christmas time, was go to the King of Prussia Mall. I don't know why, but it was like one of those things. I don't know, I always kind of like malls and everything. I've been trying to find some of your movies in a place called CEX and ASDA over here in the UK, but no luck. I don't know if they have anything like that there. I feel like I don't know. I'm trying to feel. I know I've heard talk that they had haunted the Ghostquake there. I believe in the past, and maybe Dead Ant. You might find Dead Ant there as well. And then I see a credit here that says please credit as, but it's from Princeton, and he gave a $20 special thanks. It says please credit. Oh, so then I guess it's two different ones he gave. Is it two different ones that Princeton gave? Let's see. I'm trying to make sure. Yes. So I guess it's two different ones on here, two different names he gave. Well, thanks so much, Princeton. I really appreciate the special credits, special thanks credits help that you've done for the film. And thanks, guys, who have been helping with that. And like I said, if you guys get it after the stream is over, don't worry. I'm going to go through and add up all the stuff because I'm going to be adding up throughout the next week or two, or next couple of weeks as I promote this, in the future videos and stuff like that as well. Let's see. Do you just got advance tickets to Halloween Kills? Are you going to the cinema or stream it? How does that work for streaming it? So it's like, are people just going to sign up for that Peacock and like pay the $5 to watch it, and then just like keep Peacock for like a little while? Or I don't understand how that works, because it's like, do you have to rent it from there and pay $20 or pay $30? Like, that's one thing I got to figure out exactly how that works, because I might try and watch it off of there for the first time to see, But I'm sure there's going to probably be a Blu-ray of it sooner than later. I'm thinking, and I'm expecting too, for that particular movie, that there's probably going to be like, tons of different steelbooks and like tons of different exclusives, and the steelbook's going to sell out like in minutes, and I'm just predicting that for the movie, because just looking at how crazy the 4Ks are selling for the first 5 movies, it just is, if that's an example of how these ones are going to sell. And I feel like anything Halloween, Friday the 13th, always sell like crazy. Let's see. Have you seen The Last American Virgin? I have seen that movie. That's a fun movie. Did you hear Remote and Dragon World are coming out from Full Moon? Did they announce they're going to put them out on Blu-ray finally? Because that would be really cool. Good luck with your films, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your Saturday. Well, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Did you watch William Malone Creature, 1985? I believe I saw that one. How do you approach acting? Are you a method actor? I sort of did, the method a little bit with the Shark House, only because it was like, and I had a hard time coming out of it a little bit, like, because right after I was finished, like 2 days later, I went and did Dr. Gift. And I won't lie, I wasn't very present when I did that movie, because I was just so, I guess because I played the role so intense that I really should have taken about a week to really rest and try to get myself normalized after how I was acting in that movie. So it was hard, but it worked, I think. But I had to really just sort of stay in it, and then I had to play such a bad, mean character that it was like, it just screws you up when you're like in that kind of frame of mind. And it took me a while to kind of get out of that whole thing, because it was just like, it wasn't great. It wasn't a great type of situation, type thing and everything. But no, everything, when it comes to that though, normally though, I've never played characters that are like that, where it's like that much of a role, where I have to, I feel like that was the first time I really, really had to actually put everything I could into actually acting, and like not playing myself and anything like that. And I feel really good about it. I really do. Least favorite movie in the Halloween series? Probably the even though it's still watchable, the one that had Busta Rhymes. Like, even though, like I said, it's still watchable, but that was probably one of my least favorite ones. Did you hear Shout Factory is releasing Going Berserk and Bulletproof with Adam Sandler? I heard about Going Berserk, but I didn't know about Bulletproof, though. I'm sitting on a toilet right now. Let's see. Have you seen Jack Frost 2, The Revenge of the Snowman? I have. I heard that's... I saw that one was coming out to Blu-ray finally from MVD's Rewind collection. They're also re-releasing the first Jack Frost as well. Would you ever do comedies? No, I would love to do something comedy related. I like comedy horror. But no, yeah, everything that I do honestly has a lot of comedy in it, the horror related stuff. I can't wait to see your acting in Shark House. Well, thanks so much. Watching stuff like this helps me, my colon releases content. So thanks so much, Board Panda. I hope it helps the turds come out. I'm glad it helps. Yeah, I looked a little out of it when Cinestalker was trying to talk to you on set. No, I know, Johnny. That after Cinestalker was talking to me, I had just done two of the absolute craziest things that night. There was the scene that Danny was in with these three guys when I'm the Shark Man and encounter them, and then there's one scene when I kill a main character in the movie, and that was the one where I went nuts. That one, oh, well, I don't know. Just you wait, guys. It's one of those type of things when people look at it, I feel like their face is gonna be like this. Like what are you doing? Like how are you acting like this insane? And it's like insane. You guys will see. I'm beyond excited, but it's exhausting though. It was exhausting. I could hardly get. I remember I was so bad from doing it that I had to keep going up and down the steps. I got so exhausted from doing that role because I had bandages on my head half the time and had to be screaming and everything. I remember I could hardly even climb up the steps. I had to hold onto the walls to get up the steps. I was so tired. Let's see. Sean, will you be directing acting in a Christmas horror movie? Maybe. I know a lot of the companies really want Christmas films, so maybe sometime I could do a Christmas kind of a movie. You did amazing work in Shark House. Excellent improv. Thanks so much, David. And you did amazing as well. And, you did amazing, too, with dealing with what the Shark Man was doing and, in the scenes and everything. Would love to see Joe Dante live action Jetsons. With Joe Dante? That'd be interesting. Let's see. Do you like Albert Finney? I'm trying to remember Albert Finney did. When you direct, do you work closely with actors? Or do you let them do their own thing? I like to kind of talk to the actors. So, and the one thing that I do sometimes, I know it's kind of strange, but with some actors, I almost sometimes, like there's one actor that I love working with, Carl Solomon. He was in, if you ever saw the show called Tropical Cocktails on Adult Swim, he plays the cop in there who's like, well, we have a tropical smoothie. Well, he's that guy. He has this amazing inflection to his voice. But I always emulate kind of how to do, like, I'd like him to try and, enunciate certain words and stuff like that. It's like, bring the dead girl to my room. Like, I don't know. I just have, like, certain ways I like people to enunciate certain words. So sometimes I kind of, like, mimic the way people talk a little bit. I don't know. It's just this weird thing I do. Like, one person I like working with, she has an accent, a German accent. So I'm always going, oh, you have to do it this certain way. And I don't know. I don't know why I do it like that, but I like to talk to the actors about the character. And I've gotten better at that now than I was. With Scream Bloody Murder, it was learning from me. And there was some weird behind the scenes stuff on that one too. So it was a lot of people kind of stepping on my toes on that movie bad. But luckily enough, it wasn't like that on the other ones. And really so with Karen, I really got to work with everybody, and I felt really good about that. Like everyone's performances and everything on that one. Everyone's performances was really, really great too, and everything. But especially for me when I was solely directing, which was with Karen, because with Shark House, it was me and Will were doing it together, so we were both able to focus on things, and I had to focus so much on just my character and stuff on that because I was on screen the whole time for that particular one. Let's see here. Would you ever work with Mark Polonia? He's an awesome dude. No, I'd love to work with Mark. Will Colazzo produced and wrote the one movie that Mark Polonia directed called Camp Murder. Get into the Sharkman character and show us. I don't really want to reveal anything from that until you guys get to see it. I don't know. That's why even the teaser trailer for it, there's nothing of me as a Sharkman in it. You see me in the makeup, but you don't hear the voice and you don't hear what I'm saying or anything. It's just like, it's insane. That's all I can say is it's Greasy Strangler, it's Freddy Krueger, it's Drop Dead Fred, it's Beetlejuice, it's all the characters that I love, and then Chauncey Phillips, or as you guys like to say, Chauncey, uh, trying to do his own deranged version in his mind of how he would play these kind of characters if they meshed everything together into this insane shark man. So that's kind of what it was like. And any of you guys who have come on now too, the one big thing we were talking about on the live stream was how I'm going to be directing next month a film called Amityville Bigfoot. And we're having special thanks credits on the film that you guys can get for $20. And you guys will have a special thanks credit, and it's all to help the film with the budget and the film locations and the food and everything, and you guys will get special thanks credits on IMDb. And I have a link for the film's IMDb page, and that's where you guys can see your credits. And then it will also go on, the film's end credits as well, and the special thanks. Let's see, and I'll be on here now for probably about like about 5 more minutes or so. Let's see. When I saw the trailer for Shark House, it reminded me of Videodrome. Oh yeah, it kind of has that vibe and stuff too. Our crew was totally traumatized. I know, David. It creeped everybody out. I know. Like some people probably might, think that I'm like some insane person, because a lot of people on that one, if they never had worked on any other movies, they only ever would see me as the crazy shark man. Do you know what I mean? Like any of the other stuff that I had done. So especially when some of the executives came to that movie, they saw me as a shark man. I never met them as myself, so that was kind of funny. Let's see. I wish Midnight Hour and Atomic Dog, Vinegar Syndrome. Those would be really cool. Midnight Hour is one of those things too, that if it came out, it would sell out so quickly. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't even imagine how fast that would sell. Must be pretty cool to be a director of your own movie and let your imagination do the talking, if that makes sense. No, I know, Andy. It really is true, because it's like I like that I get to do everything in this style that I like to, and the way that I would do it. I'm really glad too that Will, for the movies that he's written, he really understands and likes the similar type of stuff that I do. And Julianne, too, really understands the kind of stuff that I like. We like a lot of the same type of films, too. So it's all really working really well. So I'm really happy with who I'm working with on all these projects. Can you kick out the rebellion? What was he saying? It says delete it, so I wasn't sure. Maybe I can hide him on here. Or maybe someone else maybe monitored him. Let's see. You'd be funny in an animated show or movie. Yeah, I think voice work I would probably do pretty well doing something, because I can do a lot of really kind of oddball voices. Do you love the work of John Pavia or Mark Pavia? Was that the director of Fender Bender? Is making a film for Troma a goal for you? I'd love to do something for Troma at some point. I think that'd be kind of cool for sure. Are you hyped for Scream 5 coming out in January? No, I definitely am. I can't wait to see it. I don't think there hasn't been a trailer yet, but I'm definitely interested in seeing what they do with it. Are there any non-mainstream Halloween scary movies that you recommend watching? Non-mainstream? Well, recently, the one that I talked about, Fred Berry, was really cool. That was one I really liked. It was basically Under the Skin mixed with Greasy Strangler. You excited for Halloween Ends? I definitely will be watching it. Let's see. Start polishing the Oscars for Sharkman. Yes. Which actor would you love to work with? Somebody that I really want to work with is the actor who played the Greasy Strangler, Michael St. Michaels. So hopefully at some point, if I can do something union, I can get him. I really want to get Josh Sussman, who is a friend of mine. I really want to work with him. Adam Wiley I want to work with, who I've known him for years through Facebook and Instagram and everything. He's a really nice guy. He was acted in the show Picket Fences when he was a kid, and he was in Return to Sleepaway Camp as the one guy in there called Weed. But I would love to get him in a movie, and he wanted to be part of Scream Bloody Murder, but it was just the situation of the SAG thing, and that's the same with Josh Sussman. So that's the only problem, is the SAG situation. So at some point, I definitely will do something as SAG ultra low budget, and then can get a couple of different people that I wouldn't get otherwise. But people that are approachable, I would like to get. Bei Ling is someone that I really want to get in a future one for sure. That's like a number one person. And then probably we'll get Sizemore again at some point. I really, really like working with Sizemore. So maybe there's this one. I can't remember which one I was talking about doing with him, but there is one that we're working on that he could work for that one. Let's see. Did you go to the county fair this year? They had like a little mini one here, but I didn't end up getting to go to it. Let's see. Oh, the guy was saying the N word. Oh, that's what was going on. I was saying something like that. I didn't see. So I guess he was. You guys had blocked him on there. But let me block the guy too. If that guy's saying stuff like that, I'm gonna get him. It doesn't let me click his name. Let me see. Maybe I can't do it from. Oh, I can't do it through the program I'm on. That's what's going on. So yeah, if anyone's a moderator on there, just make sure you take that guy off of there. Let's see. Start polishing. Let's see. Country Fair. Let's see. Are your movies available to buy on Amazon? Some of the ones that I've acted in are. So you can search Sean C. Phillips. One of the most recent ones that came out was the Dark Tapes. That was one of the recent ones that came out that I was in. That's like one of the most recent ones. But anyway, though, guys, I've been on her now a little bit over 2 hours now. Thanks so much, guys, for coming on. And if you guys haven't, though, definitely if you guys were interested in helping on the newest film, check out the link below for the PayPal, and you guys can get $20 special thanks credits, which all go to help Amityville Bigfoot. And you guys can get a credit, which will be in the movie's end credits, and it also will go on IMDb page. And that link is below. So if you guys get one, too, make sure you put in the notes, though. Just make sure you put the name that you want me to put in and everything too. That's very important and everything too, though. But anyway, though, guys, thanks again for the support, guys. I really appreciate so much, and thanks for you guys who have been getting the special thanks credits. I appreciate it so much. I couldn't do this without you guys, so thank